welcome to the lands of Aecathan, where a bunch of people who've probably played D&D way too much in their lives show how little they care as they play in D&D a little bit more. Because, that's what we do. How's everybody tonight?
Well,
good so far.
Excellent.
No one has died, so it's okay.
Not yet.
So far.
Right. So, when last we left our intrepid band of adventurers, they had just succeeded in taking down a group of hill giants that were foraging in the Janos wood and happened to cross their path as they were headed from the Tower of Azanor north.
That's right. I forgot all those things.
Yep. It seems like only Mother Tassa knows exactly where north, and even she doesn't seem certain. But you are traveling with the matriarch of the Susaran on a quest to try and locate and return to the land dragons of good. Attack cat. The last thing that you did, you had wandered a ways away from the battlefield and gotten camp set up for the night and turned in. So I assume there will be watches.
I will watch.
So who would like to watch first?
I will watch first.
I will give her my shield before we turn in. So
Okay.
get advantage on perception for watches.
All right. Then if you would make your perception check with advantage.
Nice. I'm so glad for advantage. 23.
23. You know from having studied at the tower that the Janos Wood is a strange forest. And there are sounds throughout your watch that you still, even after having spent years at Azanor, cannot identify. And quite frankly, you're not certain that you want to.
Right. Okay.
But otherwise, everything seems to be fine.
Okay.
So
I wake up the second person.
all right. Now who's taking second watch? I know Arabelle will be taking the last one.
Looks like
will.
Gwen will.
Okay. All right. Then Gwenlaren, if you would roll perception with advantage.
That's a 25.
Ooh,
All right.
nice.
This is disconcerting for you. Not only are you not used to forests, but
Oh, I probably would have told her.
the sounds are as strange, if not more strange, than Zorith warned you about. It's unsettling, but you don't see anything that is worrisome.
Okay. I would like to use my primeval awareness
Okay.
to see if I can detect any kinds of creatures up to a mile within us. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elemental, fae, fiends, and undead.
You do sense a ways off, nothing nearby, but you do sense a ways off the presence of a few undead. And you do sense the other direction, the fae, You sense a Fey presence. But again, those are a ways away, and as you're concentrating, they don't appear to be moving toward you.
Okay,
But
good to know.
now, a couple of the sounds you've been hearing start to maybe make a little bit more sense.
Interesting. Are either of those groups in the direction where we've been traveling in?
Nope. They're on either side. The undead are to the west. The Fey are to the east. You are traveling north.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do during your watch?
Just kind of going to keep an eye on them.
Okay. All right. Well, it is otherwise uneventful. And your watch ends.
I will wake Arabelle.
Okay.
We'll watch and pray.
Yay, God.
All right. Go ahead and make your perception check.
22.
Initially, you don't see anything at all, and you begin your prayers. About an hour into the 2 hours of your watch, you hear a rustling. Very faint, so it's probably relatively far off. And you look through the trees, and you see something white. Moving kind of across your vision. It's not really moving towards you. It's just traveling past. And you get you look very, very intently and get a slightly better view. Maybe a stag? Maybe a horse? And you're thinking, okay. And then just before it goes out of view, you catch sight of a horn coming out of its forehead.
I saw a unicorn.
And then it moves out of sight.
One.
But you have a cat.
Yes, he did not like me saying I wanted a unicorn.
It's like, but you have me, and now I'm leaving.
Rude.
That's funny.
Otherwise, the sun starts to rise. You can sort of see it a little bit through the foliage, but the light isn't actually touching you for a while. I'm going to figure out how to give Arabelle a familiar, and it's going to be a black cat.
Oh, there you go.
And it's just Synchron.
Oh, okay. He's a
There you
long
go.
way from Irma.
I know, but he doesn't want us to forget him.
Yeah. All right. Well, it slowly begins to lighten.
We
this
will
deep
wake
in the
up.
woods.
Oh, it's that deep that the light doesn't really make it across?
It gets there, but it's it's muted. It comes through in shafts here and there. But,
Okay. Got it.
Mother Tassa just sort of rises out of the cross-legged position she's been sitting in all night. And steps out to sort of look around. What are the rest of you doing?
Gathering all our gear to get ready to go, and maybe making breakfast and
Stretching.
trying to touch a toe. I'll ask Mother Tassa. I know she knows how many days or how far it is to Kilcross, right?
Yeah.
How much further does she think it's going to be after that?
I am not entirely sure.
Okay.
As I said, I'm hoping that once we leave Kilcross and approach the mountains that I will remember more than I do.
Excellent. And I kind of squeeze her shoulder a little bit and I said, thank you for helping us with this.
I suspect, child, that by the end of this, it will be I thanking you for helping me with this.
Okay. And then I just keep getting ready.
So, what's for breakfast?
Yeah, what's for breakfast?
We probably still have some fresh provisions, right?
Yeah.
Fruits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. French toasted. Battered items.
Do we have any eggs, though?
Eggs.
I don't think so.
Those wouldn't travel very well.
So
Boo hiss. Never mind.
Probably, though, we could maybe make some sort of sugary, spiced bread to go with all of our fresh fruit.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, we
that
might.
sounds horrible. So scones for everyone.
But I was thinking we have bread, so we could probably make some kind of syrup to drench it in.
There you go. Like
Nice. All right.
Not quite French toast, but
cinnamon sugar, yum.
Yeah.
Cinnamon sugar butter.
there
Right.
you go. It's fruit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's break time. I need to go make myself some.
Well, after Tasha chooses to leave the hut, it vanishes, and that's when Sakuthos actually wakes up.
Oh, somebody forgot to wake up Hicks.
I forgot he was here.
I get
I
that.
wouldn't have because I would have seen him,
I
but
get that a lot.
Oh, no.
Stop. I would have seen him, obviously.
He kind of rouses himself and rubs his eyes and just kind of clambers to his feet and gathers his things and tries to get to the point where at least he looks like he's ready to go. But you've been traveling with him for a while now. You know that it takes him a good hour to get to full consciousness. He can walk before that, but it's a little stumbly, you know.
Hmm.
So after breakfast, I assume finish packing everything up and head out. Mother Tassa points the direction out to Gwenlauren that we need to go.
I will scout ahead.
All right. Well, you set off on a moderate pace. It's, relatively thick forest, so it's not easy terrain necessarily, but it's not terribly difficult terrain either. It's just a little, you have to wind around fallen trees and dense bushes and things like that. So you set off, walk for probably probably until just about lunchtime, when you see, Gwenlauren, that there's a break in the trees. And it looks like you might be nearing the edge of the forest.
Okay. So I'll zip to the edge of the forest and see what there is to see.
All right. A ways off. Dang it, I hate it when I do that. Yeah, wrong icon. Instead of clearing something, I tried to move the whole map, and I didn't mean to do that. As you look across the grasslands of the northern areas of Aecathan, far off in the distance, you can see what appears to be a small city.
Cool.
So I'll go back to the group and say, I think we've arrived.
That will most likely be Kilcross,
Kilcross.
which we can reprovision there. I know a good inn if we wish to stay there overnight. We've been through there many times, and especially if we've come from the west, we've always been shown concern and care and hospitality. They are all too aware what lies to their west, and they are on guard. So we will approach from the east. That will help allay suspicions. But I think it probably wise that I not seem as myself. It would draw undue attention should I be recognized.
Right.
So I will be adopting a disguise when we get closer. So do not be concerned if you turn at some point and find a rather common-looking human woman.
How should we refer to you?
Ooh, good question.
In that guise, I am known as Atiel,
Atiel?
the end of my name.
Atiel.
Atiel.
Okay.
For for the end of Tasopranatiel.
Right. Got it. Then we head, like, we're going to, I suggest that we head kind of in a swoopy eastern branch so that we may come, loop around, hit the road, and come back.
Okay.
I do tell everyone over breakfast that I saw a unicorn.
Oh. We did not know that.
That's fabulous.
I had actually forgotten, and it was, 10 minutes ago? Thanks for telling me.
Maybe it was a good omen.
That is a good omen. I think
Excellent.
it bodes well for us that you were granted a vision of such a creature.
Nice.
All right.
We had
So,
Oh.
do you stop for lunch, or do you just nibble on something as you walk?
nibbles, I think.
Nibbles.
It's easier that way. Especially if we're going into a town.
Where there may be better provisions.
Right.
All right.
Sorry.
Yes.
Can you change the way other people look?
I believe I can. I did pick up seeming. I'm pretty sure it's my 5th level spell. I only have, I do have 2 slots. What would you like me to seem?
How long does it last?
8 hours.
Just wondering if, because we're not really staying long. Don't really have time to visit my in-laws. Maybe not being myself here is a good idea.
All right. All right, when we get, I don't know, close-ish to town, like, not where they're going to see us, but close-ish, I can cast Seeming on her.
Just enough different that if we happen to see them, they wouldn't be like, why didn't you come?
All right, you look however you would like to look.
Probably not that much different, just, maybe darker hair and
Darker skin, maybe.
yeah, maybe get rid of the pointy ears. Just
Oh.
do instead of half elf.
Darker hair. Human. Okay. On Arabelle. Perfect. Okay.
Thank you.
So what time is that we get towards town?
As you cross through the grasslands, you do bend to the east a bit and pick up the merchant road, and then turn to the west and begin to move toward Kilcross. There are some other people on the roads. Not many. Most of them either look at you and sort of wave and say hello, or just kind of ignore you and ride by.
Right.
But as you go, it doesn't take too long before you find yourselves hitting the
Oh.
outskirts of Kilcross.
Lovely. Wow, are those trees?
Yeah.
Nice. What is going on with me?
And there are a couple guards.
We are coming in on this section.
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, there's only 2 routes
I see that.
into or out of Kilcross. It's
One west, one east.
Yeah, it's basically built sort of north along the trade road with a little bit to the south.
Cool.
And the guards kind of hold up their hands and walk over and welcome to Kilcross. Mind if we ask your business?
I
Weird.
assume the ATL will speak because
You look around and you see a very plain human, looks like a commoner, and her entire demeanor is sort of downcast, like she's the servant that's along with you.
Oh boy. We are just simple travelers that are passing through. We've stopped. We're going to stop for provisions and then go about our business.
You headed for the run?
Are we headed for the run?
Well, you would know, Tasha. He's talking about Strafsman's run. That's the next town west.
No, we are not. We
Hmm.
will avoid that.
You headed in the mountains then?
Is that where we're going?
Yes.
Yes. Yes,
Ah,
we were headed for the mountains.
All right. Well, hold please. Oh. You need any mining supplies? Just ask anybody in town how to find the miner's conscience. And they
Thank you.
They specialize in anything you might be needing. You familiar with Kilcross? You've been here before?
Yes.
All right, so, yeah, you know where the inns are. As I said, you need anything, you just let one of us know, and we'll do our best to help you.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice day.
We move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It is clearly winter here.
I keep forgetting it's winter.
Yeah, most everything is snow-covered. Everybody out on the streets is pretty well bundled up. As you walk down the street, you see a sign. Looks like an eagle that's been covered in blood. And under her breath, Mother Tassa says, "That is the Bloody Eagle. That is not the inn I would recommend we go to. It's further down the road."
As you wish. We keep going.
Just past, through the intersection, past the Bloody Eagle, you see a sign that has a miner's helmet and a pickaxe on it. And it says, "The Miner's Conscience." Looks like a bustling little general store that caters specifically to miners. As you continue on down, you see another shop. Looks like more of a traditional general store. The sign simply has a bushel of what look to be maybe apples on it, and it says Farron's Pallet. And then... Oh, go ahead.
Would I know if they have any, like, we probably should pick up some more, like, clothing provision.
I was thinking the same, some winter gear in particular. Since
Uh,
I'm mostly hand-me-downs.
You know the Miner's Conscience will have all of that stuff.
Okay.
Because even when warmer weather, it tends to be much cooler, even cold, depending on where you're going in the mountains.
Okay.
So, yeah, they will sell that stuff there. But probably Farron's Pallet would have it as well.
Okay.
But Miner's Conscience will have, it would seem more durable stuff, perhaps, because they're looking at people who are going north to work. And
Should,
then, a little further down the road, you see a sign. It's a huge hand and a relatively small pickaxe sticking out of it. And Mother Tassa says, "This is the giant's pickaxe. This is where we'll stop."
Okay. We go in.
All right. Let's see. Did I remember to add it? No, I did not. All right, hold please. There we go. Okay. You open the door into a space that makes the Ivory's Wrath look small. The main tap room is enormous
Wow.
and about half full at mid-afternoon.
Okay.
You see patrons of all shapes and sizes, and as you sort of watch and look around, you hear a voice yell out, 47! And you see 3 people get up from a table and walk up to the bar. And then they grab plates and glasses that are sitting on the bar and they carry them back to their table.
I look around for a number system.
You don't see anything.
Guessing when we order, they'll give us a number.
God.
Seems that way.
Okay.
We seat ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
You look around, you see no waiters or waitresses. You see no one but a couple people behind the bar, and you see sort of like eyebrows and a forehead and hair kind of bopping along behind the bar.
Halfway?
Shall we inquire at the bar
Yeah.
about food? I walk up to the bar.
Okay. And as you get up there, you hear a voice say, "Have you been helped?"
Not yet.
Well, then maybe I can do that. And you see the eyebrows and the forehead and the hair suddenly turn into a full head as this halfling gentleman, probably middle age, maybe a little older than middle age, seems to hop up on some kind of step and says, "I don't think I've seen you."
I'm new to town, but I've heard wonderful things about this place. Came highly recommended.
Really? Well, whoever would have told you that? And you see Tassa walk up to the bar and just kind of lean over and whisper something softly, and the halfling goes, "You didn't have to hide." All right, so one of you I know has been here before.
Yes.
And apparently she doesn't want anybody else to know that. Yeah. So, okay, fine. Never let it be said that I am not adaptable.
Thank you.
Alexander. I own the place.
Lauren. I'm Gwen Lauren, and We're just passing through, looking for a good meal and perhaps a place to stay.
Oh, yeah, well, you come to the right place. We've got probably some of the better food in town, if I do say so myself, and the rooms are clean,
That's what you seek.
and you're in luck. We've actually got somebody kind of famous tonight.
Oh, who's that?
Reynard de Cagnan. He's going to be playing our tap room tonight.
How exciting.
Have I heard of this person?
History check or
Make a history check. Tasha may roll with advantage.
Ugh.
Oh. That bad.
13.
13 for me as well.
natural 20 for a 25.
Oh,
22. Oh, advantage, you said.
Yes.
Never mind. Hold, please.
Well, with the 13s,
Yeah,
Reynard de what?
Yeah.
23.
23. Zorith and Arabelle, you
Arabelle.
both recognize the name. Arabelle, you recognize the name because you've actually heard your in-laws mention him from time to time. He's a bard that seems to travel the north almost exclusively. And he's quite well known, although they are not huge fans because they say that his stuff is a little bit too ribald for them.
We like that.
Tasha, you know for certain who this person is.
Okay.
He is same thing that the same stuff that Arabelle knows. But you also know that he is one of the leading vocal opponents of the Strathsemen family and has actually written songs lampooning them,
Oh, fantastic.
making him persona non grata in Strathsemen's run. In fact, there's a bounty on his head.
uh-oh. Does that mean that Tasha should also be hidden?
Yeah, I should be. We're really close.
Yeah, you are a watchtower and a town over.
Yeah. Well.
Do I know why you need to be hidden?
I'm gonna.
No.
I'll tell you.
I'm just going. I don't get it.
I'll
Two of
ex-
you don't want to be you here.
I'll explain.
Do
I'll
I want to
explain.
be me here?
Yes, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Just checking.
So let's get our room and I'll go up and change myself a little bit in the room.
All right. What are you calling yourself? RTL. Right. I'm guessing maybe RTL wants her own room?
Yes.
Okay. And do the 5 of you want your own room?
How about-
Okay, those.
His own room.
Yes, I would like my own room, please. That would be wonderful.
The 4 of us can share.
Or we could get 2. But yeah, we could.
Yeah, we can share.
Well, I do have one room that's a bit larger. It's a bit pricier, but there's more room and the beds are bigger.
Okay.
There's 2.
That sounds
Fine.
That sounds good.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. For the larger room, that will be 9 silver a night. And for the regular rooms, that is 6 silver a night.
Per person or for the room?
Oh, for the room.
Right, but the 6 per for the right, yeah. So 12 plus 9, 20, 21 silver.
Yep.
Yeah, so like 2 gold, 1 silver.
I got it.
Sakuthos pulls out his pouch and counts out 6 silver pieces and sits them on
I
the
got
bar.
it. Oh. Okay.
So 15.
I'll pay 2 gold anyway.
Okay.
Right. Not gonna say no to that. Thank you very much.
Do you have a bath?
No, but
Oh.
there is a bathhouse in town.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
It's probably not as nice as some of the ones that I'm guessing maybe you've seen before, because it's mostly for the miners, but it's functional.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
Thank
For
you.
now, could we just have some hot water sent up to our room?
Yeah, I can do that. No problem.
Thank you.
All right, here are your keys. You 4 are in room 17, which is like all the way down the hallway. Atiel, you're in room 9, and you little fellow, you're in room 11. Yes, it's my lot in life to be called little fellow by a halfling.
I squeeze his shoulder.
No, I'm fine with it. I'm used to it.
It's not a fault. It's not your fault that you're small.
Nope, it's my parents' fault.
That's fine. Poor baby. All right, well, shall we meet down here? What time is it now?
Probably a little past mid-afternoon. Maybe 4-ish.
Yeah, let's meet down here at dinner time in an hour or so.
All right.
All right, Reynard won't be on until after the dinner rush, so probably a couple hours after sunset.
Are we leaving first thing in the morning, or are we going to get provisions in the morning before we head out of town?
I would recommend we do the provisioning.
Now?
No, we don't need to do it now. We can do it in the morning, but we'll
Okay.
definitely want to do it. So an early start would not be a bad idea.
So we'll get our provisions and leave straight from the store.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't want to stay here too long.
Okay,
All right.
we go upstairs.
Well, you go down the hall.
We go down the hall.
Yeah.
17.
17.
17.
The room is probably twice as big as any room in an inn you've encountered thus far. And there are, apart from the normal furniture, there are 2 what look to be queen-size beds. The room smells slightly musty, like maybe there haven't been people in here in a week or 2. But otherwise, looks clean. Some of the surfaces are just the tiniest bit dusty. But otherwise, it looks quite comfortable.
I throw my pack next to one side of one of the beds and go about tidying myself up.
All right. About 10 minutes after you get in there, there's a knock at the door.
I'll go to the door.
Okay. There's a human there with a metal tub, about maybe 2 feet long and a foot wide, full of steaming water. And he says,
I say right this way.
and he walks and sits it down where you point him toward.
and I offer him a silver for his trouble.
Ah, well, thank you. Thank you. Enjoy your
Very welcome.
water. And he heads back out.
I can prestidigitation everybody's clothing or whatever we're wearing to make it less
Grimy.
Yeah.
grimy.
That would be much appreciated.
And then do a little dab.
Right. So I turn to Gwynlaren and I say, You're new to our group, so you don't know, but I escaped from Strafsman Run.
Oh,
Um, Yes, make a history check, Gwynlaren.
You may need a detailed story or a small story.
A dirty 20.
You remember hearing one of the other members of the Rykeliad talking about having traveled through Strafsman's Run some years ago. And apparently it is the one place left in Aecathan where slavery is openly practiced. It is an unsavory, unsafe town run by a despotic father and son.
Oh. Were you enslaved there?
They tried.
How did that happen?
What do you mean?
Were you born
I
there?
was-
Were you
yes.
traveling through?
I was born there. And when I was old enough, they tried to enslave me. But I ran.
Oh, wow.
And I haven't been back since. And they're still looking for me.
There may or may not be a bounty on her head, and we may or may not have dispatched some bounty hunters.
There's definitely a bounty on my head.
We
I did,
definitely
and
dispatched bounty hunters.
I did kill some bounty hunters. I've killed a couple.
Should we consider going there and cleaning them out?
Eventually, yes. But right now, we're dealing with dragons.
And the world.
And dragons and the world are a little more important than my petty little squabbles with the people that are supposedly my family.
Understood.
So she might need to change her appearance as well.
Yes. Yeah. So, before we go downstairs, I cast Disguise Self.
Remember, disguise self only lasts for an hour.
Yeah, I know. So, well, maybe I'll just use my my kit. I've got a disguise kit.
Okay.
Well, I have another spell. I mean, like, you want to
What
do
do you-
seeming?
How long is seeming last for?
8 hours.
Oh, well, yes. Let's use that.
Okay. Well, we can't go anywhere, so.
I have to look real quick. Hold on.
What?
Um,
Hopefully it will. Arabelle will know when hers is going to run out, or will I know? Like, will she be able to feel it, or will I know it?
You'll
Because I
know
would
it.
have paid it. I
You'll-
would have paid attention to the timing.
yeah,
Well,
you'll
what-
know it. You'll be able to feel when it starts to fade.
What time is it?
Well, right
Not
now
quite
it's
dinner.
probably a little after 4.
Oh, okay. Well, if it lasts for 8 hours, we will go to bed at 10.
Well, Arabelle's.
Right, but you can cast it on a number of people, so you could recast it on me at the same time that you cast Tasha's new one. It says
Okay.
any number of creatures, I think.
Oh yeah. So the two of you will, on this casting, I will get 2. Interesting.
Alright. Something else I need that I'm not finding. Hold, please.
I didn't do it.
Oh, right. There we go. Okay. As you cast the spell, Zorith, I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, not bad. 14.
14, not bad, but not good
Plus
enough.
5. Because she's within whatever of me, right?
Oh, okay.
That's what
I
it
was,
is.
I was concerned.
19.
I think it's plus 5. I think you get my charisma mod.
You
Wait. Okay, I'm confused. I have a +9 on saving throw. I got a 5. So I'm going to add 5 and 9, 14, and another 5. So 19?
she's
Yeah, you
touching.
got. Yeah, I believe that it's my charisma mod. Yeah, you get plus 5 to all saving throws when you're within 10 feet of me. Since you're casting on us, I presume we're close.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'd say that's true.
You cast the spell, and for a moment, this mental chasm opens in your mind, and it is filled with heart-stopping, spine-seizing fear,
Whoa.
and then it's gone.
What's that about?
No, not you guys, me, right?
Yeah, just Zorth.
That is weird.
I reach out my hand to steady myself,
Are you okay?
Grab her hand.
and I explain what has happened. And I say out loud, hopefully that was just my wild magic and not Mother Toss's implanted memory.
Make an Arcana check.
It's probably mother.
Ooh. 16.
You're racking your brain, and you don't recall ever learning
Hearing
about or reading about or hearing another sorcerer talk about this particular effect.
Oh, that's not good.
I take a deep breath and I steady myself and I say, and I will have to talk to Atiel when we are done. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I steady myself and put a little splash, a little more water on my face.
All right.
And I make them look like who they want to look like.
All right. So, Tasha, what do you look like?
Hmm. I look more. I look paler, so more Hispanic. Than I do now.
Okay.
And I look like a half elf. Yeah. So I've got ears. Well, okay, so I look I'm gonna say I look a little bit like Zori. Like
Okay.
we could be sisters.
Yay!
All right.
And yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Excellent.
So, Gwenlauren, you watch this, and it's an odd spell because you see both Arabelle and Tasha just sort of melt a little bit, and then they are a different person entirely.
Oh, this will take getting used to.
Yeah.
It's just magic.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. Well, it's the same voice.
That's
I mean, it's Tasha's voice, clearly.
Whew. Well, yeah, Tasha and Arabelle will sound, so they'll have to remember to kind of sound a little tiny bit different, talk a little bit slower, talk a little bit faster or something.
There's
Yay.
a knock at your door.
I go to the door.
Oh,
Okay. You open it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Sakuthos.
oh God.
Oh! I think I have the wrong room.
And
You
I grab
don't.
him.
Oh.
Come in.
Whoa! Oh. Did you make a new friend?
It's me, Tasha.
For reasons undisclosed, we needed to disguise.
All right. And
That's Arabelle.
I was going to guess. I was bored. Having a room to yourself is wonderful for about the first 10 minutes, and then if you're not going to sleep, it gets very quiet.
Yes, it does.
So I thought I would come down and see what this bigger room looked like.
Well, and now you've seen.
Those beds are huge.
The better to sleep in, my dear.
I would guess so. So am I not allowed to ask why you have to not look like you?
The town next door has
Um,
people who are looking for me.
Like
town's west.
Straight Jacket's Way or something like that.
Yes, Straight Jacket's Way. That one.
Yes, I've heard they're not very nice.
They are not, and they would love to capture me.
Oh dear.
Eh,
What did you do?
I killed a couple people. Not a big deal.
Well, I suppose it was a big deal to those people.
Well,
I lean down and I say, unfortunately, sometimes when you just exist in a place, people don't like it.
Oh, I know that all too well.
yeah.
And that is the long and short of it.
Yes, I suppose while I'm here, I should stop in and say hello to my brother.
Oh.
But if we're too busy, that's fine.
We do have to be someplace. We are leaving early in the morning. Maybe when we come back by this way, if you really want to, we can stop and see your brother.
Well, yes, that would be, yes, that would be fine. I'm sure he's very busy.
I'm sure he is.
What's he do?
He actually owns an inn, but he's also a miller of sorts. There's an inn in the northern part of town, sort of away from the road. He really caters to the people who live here, and not so much the travelers and the merchants and the miners. And And he runs an inn, but it's really just an excuse to sell the beer and the spirits that he makes. It's the only windmill in town.
Oh, that's right. You told us about this before.
Yes.
We did.
If I had my notes, I'd be able to educate us again on all of that, but I do not, sadly. They are packed, so I roll to remember. Ooh, not bad. What do you want for
Straight
that?
intelligence check.
Yeah. Brick. 17.
17, yeah. You remember, his brother owns the Windcross Inn,
That's right.
and he makes a couple different kinds of beer and makes a passable grain alcohol.
Yes. Now I remember. Honestly, I'm surprised I'm awake and hardly remembering anything at all, so.
Oh dear.
Let's just say that my brother and I, we chose radically different paths. When
He doesn't understand you.
Not a bit.
Yeah.
When my parents retired, they wanted he and I to take over the inn together, and then I got friends, and I started wandering, and no one was very happy about that.
Well, we'll do our best to avoid him tonight. We have things to do.
Well,
Maybe on the way back.
If we're just staying here, we won't see him.
Okay.
He won't come in here. This is the competition.
Okay.
Unless he has a hankering for live music tonight.
Oh, good point.
Have you been here before?
Yes, but I think it's been a couple years. Although it hasn't changed much.
You've been to this town or to this particular establishment?
This is where I'm from.
Oh,
My family lives here.
they live here still?
I think so. Unless something happened to them.
Will you be visiting them?
We were just talking about that, and unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be far too busy in the morning getting supplies and leaving town, but perhaps on the way back.
But wouldn't you want to visit them? I mean, you could go there this evening.
Yes, I absolutely could do that, but I don't think I'm going to.
Oh. Do you not have a good relationship with your family then?
Was she not here for this conversation?
No, Gwynlauren. They don't understand him at all.
But he's easy to understand.
For us, he is. But his family is very different.
Yes, they're merchants. They have run the inn for, probably going on close to 20 years.
Wow.
And I was expected to follow in the family footsteps and work with my brother to see that the inn continued, and I chose not to do that. They're not very happy with me. What is it the great bard said? Parents just don't understand.
That is what the great bard said.
Wow. Just wow.
Now I've got that running through my head and I'm trying not to quote it.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I think it's a shame that your family doesn't appreciate what you do.
I think it's just, it's so far outside their experience, they don't they don't know how to understand it and don't know how to value it because it's not what they would have chosen for me to do. I'm not the only person that has dealt with issues like this before. I've met dozens of other people across Aecathan who went out and did things their parents didn't approve of. And it seems that strained relationships are fairly normal for early adult children of merchant families.
Take Athgar, for example. His father doesn't necessarily appreciate the fact that he became a bard. He's starting to appreciate it, but it's taken quite a bit.
We know how old Sakuthos is
No.
when he says that, because he said fairly adolescent. I'm going to say, how old are you?
Oh, well past maturity.
Okay.
Old enough to know better.
Yes, and young enough to be hesitant. All right, is there anything else you'd like to do in the intervening time before dinner?
Do we have time to visit any of the stores?
If you went relatively quickly, sure. I mean, you've probably got a little over half an hour before you're supposed to meet Tassa for dinner.
Well, I would like to hustle down to one of the stores and maybe check out the miner's store to see if they have some really cold weather gear, because I am not used to these temperatures.
Okay. Well, the Miner's Conscience is only about a 5-minute brisk walk down the road, so
Okay.
it's definitely easy to get there.
Head there.
Hmm?
I'll go there with you.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought we were doing it tomorrow morning, so I didn't say anything. But yeah, we'll all go. I'll go.
Okay, we can all go.
You
And
can
we'll-
stay here.
And we'll take Sakuthos.
All right. Yes, I could do with something a little warmer.
Right.
I mean, just 2 days ago, I was trying to calculate how much I could take off and still be decent, and now I'm very cold.
So we head on out that way.
Okay. It is, the sky is just starting to darken. You figure, this far north it does get dark a little earlier. But you make it back down to the Miner's Conscience, no problem.
I immediately head to the section where there's clothing.
Okay. You see there's definitely a few other customers in here. And there is a dwarven gentleman behind the counter on one end of the room who seems to be in charge of things. He's wearing a light blue tunic and dark blue trousers. It's got auburn hair. Both his hair and his beard are cut rather short. And he's wearing goggles.
I go up and say, hello.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hello.
I seek winter attire.
Well,
What do you have that
you've-
might be my size?
You've come to the right place. Well, we've got something that'll fit you, I'm sure. Right over there, there's full kits. Leggings, jackets, gloves, boots, and a hood.
Very good.
You can get all of that in your size for 9 gold pieces.
Well, that's pretty decent.
Very good. And I go to peruse the wares.
Okay.
What is the kit? I guess what are the clothes made of?
It's fur. You're not sure exactly what kind of fur, but it's definitely fur.
Clothing
Are
cold.
they the same?
There are some that are brown, some that are gray, a couple that are white.
Anything in black?
No.
I'll go for the darkest shade of gray.
Okay.
Can we add clothing cold weather if we're gonna buy a set?
Yes.
Okay. And you said 9 gold.
9 gold.
And I am thinking if we got white, they're is it plains? Are we going to plains? Like, would white be better to blend in?
Well, you're in snow country, but you're probably headed into the mountains. So it will be both brown and white.
I will do I'll do like a light gray.
How many platinum in gold?
10.
It's 10, right?
10.
If you pull out a platinum, I've been under the assumption that it was like $10 kind of coin. It's like a bazillion dollars. So like if you just like pull out a platinum, people will be like, oh my god, that person has gold to spend and we should rob them. So I just found that out.
Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't have enough in gold, so that's why I needed to use platinum.
Oh, okay.
Well, platinum means she gets a gold piece back in change. So
See, so I'm so confused with that. We will discuss that later, sir.
It depends
It's worth 10 gold. So
where
it's
you
not...
do it too. Like this is a trade, like a merchant town. They're probably used to people having a little bit more coin come through.
Okay, well, shit, sorry.
I don't know.
What about boots?
Comes with the kit.
Comes with the kit.
Yep.
All right.
It's kind of like mix and match your own apparel from this set of choose your size shoes, choose your size everything.
Mm-hmm.
You get 5 pieces: leggings, jacket, glove, boots, hood.
Yep.
For 9 gold. I also do the same thing, light gray for a set.
And when you try it on, it is quite warm.
Ooh.
Like, you immediately realize that standing here in this store, you would overheat very quickly wearing
under
all
our
of this.
arm.
So,
So Kuthos, are you gonna get a set?
yes, I already did.
Exciting.
I got a white set.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, except for the boots. They didn't have white boots that would fit me, so the boots are brown, but the rest of it's white.
Is there anything else in this store that we would need for our provisions?
There's pretty much anything you would find in a general store.
Okay.
There's
Do
just
you want to...
more of the stuff that miners would use and less of the other stuff.
I'm gonna get some cold clothing too.
Okay, 9 gold for an outfit.
Okay.
And they come in your choice of colors: brown, gray, or white.
Gray.
Do you all want to stock up on any provisions like butter or?
We're gonna get all of that stuff in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this
So
isn't
wait
a grocer's. This is a
Gotcha.
general store. This is all,
Yeah,
you know.
We're
Have some fries.
we're gonna go with Mother Tassa and get all that stuff in the morning and then head out.
Yeah. You have like a bedroll and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we've been using, I'm sure, so.
What
yeah.
about for our horses? Do they need any gear?
You
for the
don't have
cold?
them with you.
Oh, that's right.
You're on foot.
We ditched them.
Mm-hmm.
The proprietor, who introduces himself as Harbeck Snowbeard, tells you also that they've got a special on picks. Basically 25% off the normal price, so they're 1 gold, 5 silver. And they've got a deal on hooded lanterns with 5 flasks of oil for 5 gold.
Ooh, I will snag a flask oil lantern.
Okay. So mark down hooded lantern and 5 flasks of oil.
We don't know where we're going, right? We don't know if we're gonna need a pick. I will take a pick as well.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I want one. So how much for the lantern and the pick?
6 gold, 5 silver.
All right.
I'm not familiar with a mountainous terrain. I'm not clear on what kinds of things we might need. And so this is where I would ask others about gear.
Yeah, I don't know either, so. Maybe Atiel will be, if we miss anything, maybe she'll tell us what to buy for tomorrow.
Yeah, I do have a lantern, so I mean,
I do too have a lantern.
We could ask the proprietor if there's anything that we would need for, this type of adventure.
nah, that's all right.
Yeah, we don't necessarily want to tell everybody we're headed out into the mountains for
Okay.
No.
unknown things. But I don't know.
We can ask Mother Tassa in the morning. She will tell us.
Oil flask. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom.
Anything else you'd like to get?
No.
I don't know what there's available, sir.
Uh,
Sir.
Pretty much.
Oh, sure. Pull out the book that's packed. Yeah, I see how that is.
Oh wow. It's not his it is not his fault that you packed everything.
Anything on
I know
that
it's
table?
Okay. What would that be called? I don't think I need anything.
That's the adventuring gear table.
Oh.
I bet you it's on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I'm gonna look right now. Adventuring gear. There for Rick and Morty. That's not what I want. Yes, player's handbook, source, etc. Okay, cool.
Yep. Yeah. Came right up for me. So.
What kinds of things would require antitoxin? Is there any antitoxin in his shop?
Yes.
I pick it up and I ask him, what things require antitoxin?
Likely anything that's toxic that might bite you or you might cut yourself on.
Oh, look, as I hold up another thing, a bag of 1,000 ball bearings, and I like squish it in my hands, like, woo! This is cool.
Careful. If you break the bag, you bottom.
Ooh, I set it down right away. I mean, I know it's 1 gold piece, but I don't. Oh my gosh. I'll just start looking through the store, just around. Wait. As I look around, do I spy a spyglass? Not that I
Yes.
can afford it.
Yes. Well, you don't spy it, but if you ask Harbeck about it, he's like,
Aye, I've got one. I keep it under the counter. Too
much
precious
is
to
it?
sit out. Well, if you're serious, I could let it go for 1,050.
Someday I'll be serious enough to buy one when I have the cash.
I understand.
I'm serious. But just not yet.
Aye, they're a little pricey, but, you gotta pay a wizard to make it. And they don't
Right.
work cheap.
They do not. And I make a mental note to ask a wizard from one of the schools of Azanar to make me a Skype. Whatever it's called.
spyglass.
That's what it is. In my head, I'm like, oh,
Jeff,
just at the school. I should see if anybody can make it there.
do I know if there's a magic shop in town?
There is. I believe. Yes, it's a place called the Sears Intellect.
Sears intellect, right? Not Sears, like
Not like Sears and Roebuck.
that's
No.
exactly. I was like, huh.
Too
Okay,
easy.
well, Sears is out of business in the real world, but at least they live on in D&D.
We've given them second life.
Yes, it's the Sears Intellect, and the shopkeeper is named Roebuck.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that would be
Oh.
amazing.
And his cousin Montgomery Ward.
Right. Right.
Wow.
And their sister-in-law, J.C. Penney.
Right.
Wow.
Spelled Jacey. J.C.
Yeah.
Penny.
That's Panay. Thank you.
Leslie, did you find the adventurer's gear?
I found the cold weather gear.
No, I meant the list of adventurer's gear. If you wanted to know what else you could buy,
Oh, no, I have not found that. Where would I find that?
I will send you a link.
It is in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, but if she doesn't,
Well, I
want
was
to
looking
put-
under adding items to the inventory, but it was having a hard time.
Would it be
Where-
too, oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Would it be too late to get to the magic shop before they closed?
It wouldn't be too late to get there before they close, likely, but it would be too late to get there before you're supposed to meet Mother Tassa at the inn.
I just kind of want to run over there real quick. I could meet you guys back at the end. You don't all have to go.
Sure.
Do you need anything, Zori? Components or anything?
Don't think so. I think I'm good for now. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So do you leave them and head out to the magic shop?
Yes.
Leslie, did you find a way to add the cold clothes to your inventory?
Yeah, I already had done that.
Okay, that one you've done. Okay, cool. Just checking. Making sure you got it.
You leave the store and head down the road, and you feel a sort of shiver. And you realize that your seeming has dropped.
In 8 hours?
You walked out of range.
Thought once it was cast, you didn't have to stay within range.
No. We would know that. We would know that. I would, if that was actually how that worked, then I would tell them.
Well, you have to be in range when it's cast. It doesn't say you have to stay in range, right?
No, yeah, the spell lasts for the duration.
You just have to be within 30 feet of when it's cast, right?
Yeah.
That is not clear. But as it is not clear, all right, we'll make a ruling that you just have to be within range when it's cast. And it'll last for the duration. So it does not fade.
Phew.
Well, because if it would do that, then I would not let her out of my sight. I mean, like, I would have stayed
It
with
would
them.
say if it drops, if you're...
Yeah. Yeah, because it says the spell lasts for the duration unless you use your action to dismiss it sooner.
Okay.
Like when what's her name cast it on the guy pretending to be Cross, right? And then he left and it stayed working, right?
Yeah.
Or whoever he was. Was it Cross? I don't know. I just made that name up.
Yeah, I know. It's been a day.
He was
I've slept
all
since
over
then.
town.
All right.
So, yep. So
So-
I get
Yeah, you make it to the magic shop.
go in.
The Seer's Intellect.
Go up to the proprietor.
You see the figure has their back to you when you open the door, and as you walk in, they turn around and you see it is a dwarf. Looks perhaps a female dwarf, but she has white face paint in a stripe pattern across her face.
Interesting.
And she looks at you and, "Can I help you?"
I hope so. And I pull out the Staff of Withering. Wondered if you might be interested in purchasing this.
May I examine the item?
Of course.
So she takes it and begins to cast, and when she's casting, her voice is completely different. Rougher, deeper. Yes, this is very interesting. I would be willing
to offer you 150 platinum for this.
Insight check? Is that a good price?
Make your check.
Gosh.
$22.
She seems in earnest. She seems to be speaking in a straightforward manner. She doesn't appear to be dissembling. There's no sense of conniving or deceit.
Little Susie's on
Selling
the
is going to be
outside.
less than retail, right? Like, if I wanted to buy one, it would probably be cost more, but she's going to have to make a profit.
Right.
Do you happen to have a spyglass for sale?
I do not.
For what? To hell with it. Perhaps one of the general stores might have one.
Yeah, we saw one there. I just thought I'd ask. Thought maybe we could come out with trade.
Spyglass would be worth less than this.
Okay. He's selling, I think, for a little over 1,000. Does that seem reasonable? Gold.
Uh, how much over 1,000?
I think it was 1,050.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Well, then, if you're willing to take this item off my hands, I think the 150 platinum seems good.
She spits in her palm and thrusts her hand out.
It's a deal.
I don't know that Arabelle has ever spit in her hand, but okay.
Right.
Stay put. I'll be back in a moment with your money.
That's hysterical.
So she comes back a couple minutes later with a leather sack. Sits it on the counter and it clinks a lot.
Clinkety clink
Thank
clank.
you very, very much.
Ah, it's me pleasure. And, sorry about the voice.
I understand completely.
Yeah. For some reason, people don't want to buy magic from a dwarf sounding like this. So I am working on speaking more like a boring wizard.
I like your real voice, but I understand the need for appearance.
Well, that's really nice of you to say.
Well, you have a lovely evening.
Thanks. You too.
I want to rush back to the miner's store before they close.
Okay. You get there just as it looks like they're about to close up. Everybody else has already left and gone back to the inn.
Skedaddle to the counter. Could I buy that spyglass from you?
Oh, sure.
Are you willing to come down at all to an even 1,000 gold?
Make a persuasion check.
Get it, girl.
Let's see. Persuasion is +9 to 17. I rolled crappy.
Well, I could probably come down and knock 30 off. So it'd be 1,020. It's been taking up dust, space on me shelf. Nobody wants the damn thing. So I'm just as happy to be rid of it.
Well, you're not making a case to not come down to 1,000.
No, but 1,020 is as far as I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I gotta make something off it.
Yes. So I pull out my sack and start counting platinum.
All right. Probably the easier thing to do is count 30 out for yourself
Yes.
and then just hand him the rest.
Well, she doesn't know if the other amount was right.
I assumed that she didn't cheat me.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean like that.
I take out 30 platinum.
1, 2, hold on. 3. You'll be like, dude, never trade with her again.
He
It's the
he
worst.
he
Wait,
picks up
150 platinum. No, it's more than 30, right? It's 1,500 gold is what she gave me, and it's only
Oh,
about.
right. Yeah.
Ooh.
So anyway,
It would
yes,
be
I give her the money.
102 is
Platinum.
what he needs.
Right. So I count out 48
Okay.
and give him the rest.
And he picks up the sack and just kind of holds it in his hand and closes his eyes.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was wanting. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your spyglass. And I'm definitely closing up now.
Have a good evening.
You too.
I put it in my bag, and then I will split up the for
Oh.
later as a surprise.
Okay. All right. Now, she's been doing this. So after she left, what did the other three of you choose to do?
Head back.
Go back to the inn. Yeah.
All right. You get there right around the time you see Atiel coming down the hall toward the main room. The place has started to fill up. There are a couple tables kind of in the middle. It seems like all the tables closest to what passes for the stage here are crammed full.
Mm-hmm.
So Atiel sees you and just kind of nods and walks up to the bar. And passes a couple coins to
Alexander.
Alexander. And he just kind of nods and says something to her, and she nods and turns around and heads for one of the, 3 remaining open tables. Sits down.
Cool.
So, what do you do?
Head on over to sit down by her.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop at the bar first and maybe grab a drink, a couple drinks. I'll ask if everybody wants drinks. I'll get drinks for everyone.
Of course we would want drinks.
We're good.
An ale, or what would you prefer?
Cider?
Cider. Okay.
Cider.
3 ciders and a tea, please.
All right. Where are you sitting? Oh, 19. Okay. So, you're 19. When I yell 19, come and get your stuff.
Okay. Can we also do dinner in a minute? Can I also come back for dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, what's specials tonight? We have, we actually just got in a shipment of bison. So we've got bison soup. It comes with a mug of Perry, but you can substitute that if you want for one of the ciders. We've actually got kind of a bison casserole with potatoes. And we've got a veggie casserole, which is the same thing without the bison.
I will tell everybody, and I will come back and let you know. Thank you.
Okay, do you want the drinks beforehand, or do you want it all together?
Drinks beforehand, please.
Okay. Shouldn't be but a couple minutes.
Okay. And I go back and sit down.
All right.
And then I list for table 19, and then when it's called, I go get our stuff.
Well, I see that I am not the only one who has chosen to take the route of less attention.
We are too close to my family for me to be safe.
Are they here in Kilcross?
They are in Strophanen's Run.
Oh.
And her face gets very sad, and she just kind of reaches out and puts her hand on yours.
I am so sorry. And I am so happy that you are no longer there.
As am I.
We tried to travel through there once. We left in the middle of the night after fighting off a press gang that was trying to take several of our young women.
Oof. It is a dark place.
Yes, and good that you are no longer part of it. But that would explain some of the sadness and anger that I sensed in you when we first met. Well, perhaps one day the gods will see fit to strike that place from the realm.
No, I will be the one who does that. I will clean it out.
I think perhaps you might. You're certainly fierce enough.
19!
I get up. I walk. Oh, I told everybody of the specials.
Okay.
And if they want something, then I'll order it at the same time.
Well, it's about this point that Arabelle walks in the front door. You see the place has filled up. But you, after looking around, you do spot your group. They have a table.
I'm gonna run up to the room for just like 5 minutes and then come back down.
Okay.
As you run past me, I say, hey, do you want bison or no bison?
No bison.
Okay. So then I'm going to order her a vegetarian. I'm going to order her a veggie casserole.
I want the bison casserole.
Okay.
Same.
3 bisons and a no. Oh, it's a Kilcross.
Yeah, and did you order
Mother
something
Tassa.
from Mother Tassa?
I'm sure she would have told me.
Yeah,
He already has my order.
Got it.
Okay.
I told him
And
to wait until we were all together.
and Sakuthos will get the soup.
Okay, I was actually going to order a soup and a casserole, and whichever one he wanted, I would take the other. Because that's how you do it.
Perfect.
when you don't know.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So you come back to the table and dole out ciders and 2 teas, one for Arabelle when she gets back, and one for Asiel.
Sit down next to wherever the empty seat is. Does everybody still have their bags and stuff?
No. Well, oh, yes. Yeah.
So I have something wrapped in like a scarf for wrapping paper.
What'd you get?
I hand it to Zori.
What did I get?
A gift.
And I open it.
And it's a spyglass.
Oh my god! Wait, how did you get this?
I stole it.
She did not.
Inside check!
Really?
Roll it!
Sure.
I want it to be low. I want it to be low. It's a 2. Plus 1 makes 3.
You have absolutely no reason to doubt that she's serious because she looks serious.
Oh my god.
I quickly put it under the table.
I start
And I
laughing.
look at her and say, well done.
Sorry. I would never do that.
Never. In a million years.
Now, maybe if I was starving and needed food, maybe I would, but probably not even. But no, I bought it for you.
Oh, and I put it back on the table and I lean forward and I say, sometimes though, like, you know, airmen, you just...
Yes, but Airman would have stolen it, maybe, but
Well, thank you anyway.
you've wanted one almost as long as I've known you.
Yes. Yes.
And I have the change when we get upstairs. I don't want to dole out that down here, but I have money for all of us.
Oh, you're so silly. Okay.
You have
I
money
know.
for all of us?
I sold the staff,
Oh,
and there was some left over.
alrighty.
So we'll divide it between the 4 of us when we get upstairs.
Okay.
All right.
We've had that for a while, right? Yeah.
Since the underground...
Yeah.
Yeah, adventure.
All right. Well, a few minutes later, you hear 19.
I get up. I go get our food. Oh, huh?
I'll go up and help you get it.
Yeah, because I was just thinking I'll walk up and I'll turn around and I'll be like 2 hands kind of like,
I'll help.
Saguthos wanders up to help too.
Brilliant.
All right. And he's got 2 plates, each with a bowl of soup and a hard-boiled egg.
Okay. Interesting.
It turns out that's what Atiel ordered as well.
No. Okay.
And as you sit down, you begin to eat.
Mm-hmm.
That seems an appropriate time to take a break so we can get something to eat too.
Yum.
Good.
Oh, before I forget, 48 platinum divided 4 ways is 12 platinum each.
Okay.
How much?
12 platinum.
12
Thank
platinum?
you.
Yes, thank you.
And with that, we'll be back probably about 15 minutes-ish. And we'll see what the tavern stylings of Reynard de Cagnan sound like
Oh boy.
as the
Well,
entertainment begins for the evening.
I like it.
So we'll be back in about 15. Stay tuned. And welcome back.
Welcome back. Oh, sorry.
So the food is good.
It was.
Yay!
Was good.
The bison is very, very tender.
Ooh.
So clearly it was prepared well by somebody who knew what they were doing.
Nice. Oh, notes. Shit. Okay. I forgot I was taking notes.
You're taking notes about the dinner?
Always. If you go back and read my notes, there's always bison soup, bison casserole, veggie casserole. There's all the foods that we eat, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Stupid note taker.
Thorough note taker.
Yes.
Unnecessary note taking.
I'm sure everyone appreciates it.
Thanks.
As you are finishing your meal, the people toward the front of the room begin clapping, like applauding, and it kind of spreads throughout the room. And because everybody's sitting down and the platform is raised, you can see a resplendently dressed blonde halfling with a long mustache. He's dressed all in reds and blacks. And he's carrying a lute. And he's being followed up onto the platform by a drummer and a piper and a couple other instrumentalists. So it looks like he travels with an entourage, or he hires local players, but he's got a backup band. And you see him kind of motioning for people to stop. And he says, "Good evening, Giants Pick!" And there's applause again. "I am Reynard de Cagnan, sorry. And we are here to entertain you for the evening." If you have requests, make them known. If we please you, make that known as well. You know how. And with that, he turns and gestures to the group, and they start playing a tune. And people are kind of, nodding. They're just, it's just an instrumental tune. But seems to fit pretty well with people finishing up their meals. And you hear Alexander yelling numbers. You see people going to get more drinks.
I do the universal, sign if anybody wants more drinks. Okay. And I'm going to go up to the counter and get more drinks.
Okay. He takes your order.
19.
I know. All the tables have a number.
And I walk back.
And Atienne says, "I think that this time might be better spent for me working on trying to recover more of my memory. So if you'll excuse me, I think I will spend the rest of the evening working on that.
Before she leaves, I'm gonna put my hand out, like if she's getting ready to get up, whatever, I'll put my hand on her hand. And I'll follow her up real quick, like.
Okay.
So it's quieter, and I'm gonna ask her about my brain.
All right, so you walk back to her room with her. She opens the door and gestures for you to go in. Walks in, closes the door, walks over, sits down on her bed and says, "What is it you wish, child?"
The memory, it's inherently sad, right? It's fear and...
Don't know. I don't know what it is. I only felt the pressure of it. But I could not relieve that pressure. That was why I asked you to carry it. Why?
There's fear. I had a flash of it when I was casting a spell earlier. I wasn't sure if you knew what it was, but if I know more or if more comes to me, I'll let you know.
Well, I will say it does not make me look forward to learning how to recover that particular memory if that is the case, but it will not stop me from working toward that goal.
Thank you for your help.
And I appreciate your assistance in this matter.
Oberus, huh? He's pretty feisty.
He is an entertaining young man.
He is. I really like him. He's a nice guy.
I
And
look forward to speaking with him again, perhaps after the conclusion of our attempt.
Yep. And I just like smile real big and nod to myself and just kind of walk out and close the door. And then I go back down and jump into my drink and...
Okay.
Okay, fear.
All right, so Reynard plays a couple more instrumental tunes, and then his group starts off with something a little softer. And he sings a rather entertaining tale about a sea troll who fell in love with the figurehead of a sailing ship.
Wow.
And there's lots of sea troll anatomy lessons in the story.
Oh my. Oh dear.
And lots of discussions of slivers.
Oh dear.
And it sets the entire room laughing. And is absolutely entertaining and filthy.
Now I understand what my in-laws meant.
Mm-hmm. But the room is having a ball.
I'm giggling.
Then
Me too.
he and his musicians settle down into another instrumental, this one a little bit more lively, and a few couples get up to dance. Some better than others. Some have clearly only gotten the courage to get up and try because they're heavily inebriated, and it shows. But You know, it's what you expect. The music ends, and I would like everyone to make a perception check. Okay.
Well, oh.
Okay.
No, wait, that's not right. Wait.
I was gonna say, wait.
29. 29.
Okay.
What are we rolling? I'm sorry.
Perception, please.
17, 12, and 5.
27.
Once again, Arabelle and Tasha. And while Arabelle, you hear what happens next, doesn't really mean anything to you. Tasha, on the other hand, you hear a name growled out by an obviously drunk individual. He holds his ale in the air and yells, "Zagrin!" That's a name that has all sorts of unpleasant connotations for you, Tasha, because that's the name of the adopted father from Strathsman's Run. And you hear people around the room taking up the chant, "Zagrin! Zagrin! Zagrin!" And then, "Zagrin! Zagrin! Zagrin! Zagrin!" And people are chanting this and stomping and pounding on the tables. And Renard finishes the song and says, all right. If that's what you want, that's what you shall have. But you know the parts you've got to sing along with. It's dangerous for me to be playing this close. Are you ready? And the crowd goes, "Ah!"
Oh my.
And he settles back, and I need you to mute and click on the links that I sent you.
I'm scared now.
And he begins to play. And Annette, don't forget to mute.
I have on my headphones. Do I still have to mute?
Oh, no, okay.
You can't tell if they're there.
And he begins to play.
The tale is said in northern stead of slavers and their kind. There lives a man at Lady's Pan with tiny cock resigned. He stumbles round all over town and buys his women cheap. And when the ladies say him nay, he turns back to his sheep. He flails about his floppy tack and tries to be a man. The ladies laugh at mini-staff, Zagrin Strassoman. His love of gold or so, it's told, outshines his tiny pick. And when he drops his trousers down, he wishes it were thick. With flaccid stave he barters slaves and shows his tiny dinkle. It's safe to bet it's only wet when he's caught in a sprinkle. He flails about his floppy tack and tries to be a man. The ladies laugh at mini-staff, Zagrin Strapsoman.
They love him not, the filthy sot, if only he'd die off. Their hearts rejoice for all by choice each time they hear him cough. But still they wait for come the date when all the run is free. And when his casket's lowered down, the bells will ring with glee. He flails about his floppy tack and tries to be a man. The ladies laugh at Binny Staff, Zagrin Straff's a man. He flails about his floppy tack and tries to be a man. The ladies laugh at Minnie Staff, Zagrin Straff's a man. Now, as you kind of look around the room, because the whole room was singing the chorus along with him.
And now that I know the chorus, I will totally sing it along.
But as you look around the room, I need you to make another perception check.
Oh. Not horrible.
26.
30.
18. God.
Zorith.
18.
And Arabelle, what did you get?
She got
30.
30, okay. And Gwen Lauren, what did you get?
18.
18. Okay. You kind of look around the room and everybody is, some people are standing and clapping and, stomping their feet along with it, and everybody's singing except for one table.
Who's at that table?
There is, looks like a party of 7. They look like merchant guards, but there's 6 men and a woman who looks like the person in charge, and they're all sitting rather angrily stone-faced, glaring toward Renard. They're not clapping, they're not drinking. They're just looking at him with rather undisguised hostility.
Do I recognize any of them?
Make a history check.
Boy, that is toe-tappingly catchy.
Dirty 20.
The woman looks vaguely familiar, but you can't place her.
All right.
It's like you think maybe you've seen her before, but yeah, you're just not sure where or who she is.
I giggled when he was talking about the sheep. That made me laugh.
Gonna be trouble after the show.
Could be.
Yeah. You
You might need some help.
You see one of the men get up, walk up to the bar, slap some coin down. As the others get up and move toward the exit, he turns and joins them, and they all 7 walk out.
Oh. 7. I lean over to Sakuthos and I say, "What's the town policy on fights?"
As long as they're non-lethal, and there's no property destruction, they pretty much tend to just let it happen. If it's
lethal, then they'll look for witnesses and figure out who started it. And the defenders are usually free to go.
Reynard may need
Escort.
an escort home tonight.
I wonder if he's staying here.
I don't know. And I'm wondering why everyone likes a song about a dedicated shepherd who happens to have a tiny penis.
It's not about a shepherd.
They were implying that he stoops his sheep.
What does stoop mean?
Fornicates.
With a sheep?
Shh.
That's the implication.
Oh.
Because it was so unsatisfactory that he couldn't find women who would be willing. And the poor sheep couldn't consent or run away.
Oh.
And it's about
Well-
somebody from Strafferman's Keep.
Well, Strafsman's Run.
Strafferman's Run.
Well,
Sorry.
that changes the context of the entire song.
Doesn't it, though?
I'm going to have to ask him to sing that again.
No. Nope. No.
What, do you
What
think
they have left?
he won't do the same song twice in one night?
It would be rude.
Oh.
Also, it was very... Did you see the 7 people that got up and left?
No. Well, maybe they were just waiting for that song, and now that he sung it, they were done with the show.
No, dear. They were very upset.
Oh. Maybe
And
they like sheep.
Maybe they're from Strafferman.
Oh. Oh! Oh, no, this has not gone at all the way I thought it was going to go.
And maybe planning to get up to some kind of trouble.
In which
As
case, we should probably stick around.
Oh, you mean a fight? All right.
That's why I asked about a fight.
We were just looking for a quiet drink.
It was almost like you were not in the room with us.
Well, no, I was mulling over the song, trying to understand why everyone hated the... Never mind, I understand now, but I was confused and trying to sort it out.
Very well. Very well.
Maybe later, I stage whisper, maybe later, with Tasha's keen mind, she'll remember it and we'll play it on the road because it was darned funny and it was extremely catchy.
Oh.
And I hum a little bit of it.
If we wanted to start a fight, we could just walk outside and sing a rendition of it ourselves. I'm just saying.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't think we need to start a fight. I think it's going to happen anyway.
I know, but do we want to start a fight or do we want to protect him? Because if we protect him, I mean, like, we may not have to start a fight.
Yes, that's where I was leaning toward, was just protect the man.
Or just get right to it and just start a fight.
Because if we don't start the fight, then it's not our fault.
Well, yes, but if you walked out and were singing that song, if they got so upset, I imagine they would try to stop you.
Yep.
It all depends on how the magistrate sees it, doesn't it?
Yes, well,
They could possibly call that, making them so angry that they started the fight.
Well,
I am from this town, and perhaps my word might, I would have to admit to being my brother's brother, but
Let's not bring that into it.
Well, we are technically on a mission that does not include a side, but it would not hurt if we were able to escort him back to his, that's just
Well-
looking out for our fellow man.
Indeed. I think I'm going to go find out where he's staying.
Okay.
I go up to the bar.
I keep
Okay.
humming.
Good lord.
And Sakuthos
Like-
is trying to hum along, and
Failing miserably.
well, let's find out.
Mhm,
Not terrible,
mhm,
but
mhm.
not quite right. All right, so up to the bar.
Uh-huh.
Boy, they really love that song.
Some of them do. There was one table that didn't.
Oh, yes, 31. Yeah.
Yes.
They came up and dropped some money and left.
Do you know anything about that group?
No?
Have they been in here before?
Not that I recall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they might have, but
Do you have? I'm a little concerned for the bard.
oh, Reynard?
Yes.
They were upset with him.
Yes.
Ah, shit.
Do you know where he's staying?
Probably with whatever woman takes him home. That's what usually
Oh.
happens.
Oh, that's not good. All right. Well, that answers a lot of my questions. Thank you.
Sure.
I go back. And then I explain that generally Reynard goes home with whatever woman fancies him. Which is not what I would consider the
Oh, well, that's easy then. We simply, we simply go wait at his house.
No, sweetie, he's not going to his house. He will go home with whatever woman fancies him.
I'm confused. Yeah, I thought you meant that he would take her back to his house.
Oh no, more likely the other way around.
If he's traveling,
house
he
would-
probably doesn't live here.
His house would take him back to her? That makes no
No.
sense.
That's okay. The point is, we don't know where he's going, and with
Oh.
whom.
Oh, right. Yes, I'm catching up.
I'm so pleased. And that is not what I would call the safest strategy for where to sleep. Because you don't know if the woman who fancies you is really from a town that you don't want to spend too much time with.
Oh.
We just have to make sure that the upset lady isn't the one who wants to take him home tonight. Because it won't be going in his favor at all.
What if somebody has a seeming spell? And they don't look like the lady anymore?
Well, we'll protect him.
Okay.
Do you have something else in mind?
No, I'm trying to think of something.
Well, if any of us would like to try to seduce him, probably
Ugh.
not me. I'm not very good at it.
Ugh. That just sounds like so much work.
Well,
Or we can just go up to him and tell him that there was a table of Stratsman's run.
I can go talk to him.
Oh,
I'm willing to give it a shot, but I don't think he quite fancies my kind.
probably not, dear. Probably not. I appreciate your efforts, though. If you want to go talk to him, Gwynlarn, you're welcome to.
Okay.
Oh, to be a fly on the wall for this conversation.
I approach the bard.
All right. He's just finished another song and announced that he and his group are taking a break. And he's
I
wandering
walk
toward
directly
the bar.
toward him.
Oh boy.
Oh, like you didn't know
So-
this was gonna go this way?
Oh, yeah, I did.
I walk up to the bar and say, I would like to buy this man a drink.
Oh, well, if you insist.
I do.
And what would your name be?
I'm Gwen Lauren. I'm just here in town temporarily, just visiting, and couldn't help but notice your audience's reaction to the last song you sang. It was truly remarkable.
Oh, yes, the Strathsamon tavern tune, yes. It's a big hit, pretty much anywhere here in the north, except, of course, in the Run, but I don't go.
It sounds like you may actually have some firsthand knowledge of the individual about whom you were singing.
Let's just say he did his best to imprison me the last time I came anywhere close, but he was unsuccessful.
You know, I've heard a similar story to that before. Would you perhaps be willing to chat with me about this when your set is finished?
Well, that all depends. Would there be wine involved?
There would.
Then I am interested.
Very good. Be sure to look for me when your set is over.
Oh, have no fear. I know exactly where you've been sitting.
Very good.
Table
look forward to
19,
our-
isn't it?
I believe so. I'll look forward to
Just throw up in
talking
my
with
mouth
you.
a little.
And if you happen to bring along your elven friend, that would be fine too.
I'm sure we're all interested in having a conversation with you.
Oh, that's funny.
Annette looks horrified.
Bards would be like that. Bards be like that in those days.
Bards be like that.
Okay, not all bards. Most bards. Some bards. Boy bards.
I think you need a t-shirt that says not all bards.
Hashtag not all bards.
Not all bards be like that.
Write that
Oh,
down.
there you go.
Or just bards be like that.
Yeah, there we go.
Great. So he now thinks he's going to have a foursome?
Or so.
Five some, who knows? Threes, fours.
And as you turn to walk away, he pats your butt.
I
And
think
see-
about cutting his hand off at the wrist and then go, no. Okay. And I just keep walking.
And see, that is why, one of the many reasons why I didn't go up there.
I just remind myself that I am interested in starting a fight. So hashtag worth it.
I'm now considering the first option where we just go start the fight.
I suggested this like
I-
5 minutes ago.
I know, I'm sorry.
This would have been so much easier.
Right?
All
You
it
did say
involved
it
was
sounded like
walking
too much
outside.
work, right?
Walking outside and singing a song.
But now we have to actually do work.
God damn it.
Right? Which, by the way, will not involve doing this guy. Yeah.
No, no
To be
kidding.
clear. Just to be clear.
I like how you call it doing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll buy him wine.
Absolutely. Oh. All right.
Poisons, knockout drops.
Yes.
Do you have any?
Ugh.
Let me see. Does anybody have sleep spells?
Oh, I do. I do have a
Then
sleep
you
spell.
don't even need poison.
Fantastic.
You, well, make an Arcana check, Tasha.
Ah,
Let me look.
21.
You go, as you realize he's probably
Higher level than
experienced
me.
enough that he would not succumb to the sleep spell.
Yeah, damn it. All right, let me think about this.
We'll just have to keep him occupied all night tonight.
Oh, God. Can we just knock him out with something? Like
The pommel of a sword?
that?
Well,
I was kind of
Honestly, all
considering
we have
that.
to do is get him up to our room and tell him what's going on and be like, go out the back friggin' way.
Really?
Sure.
Or just
If
tie him
we-
up and leave him there.
Yes.
Kinky
If we-
stuff. Let's
In the
pretend
morning.
it's kinky stuff.
Exactly.
You're
That's
not
what
hard.
I'm saying.
I
At
think it's
least
hilarious.
He might be useful in the fight.
Oh, he might be useful in a fight.
I'm sure he is a little useful. He is a bard after all.
Right? And an experienced one. Perhaps more
Right.
experienced even than we are. Given his renown. We
course,
might want
well-
him on our side.
Not that Zorith likes the emotional stuff, but like understanding how dudes work with like crazy things like that, Zorith knows how to use that to the advantage.
I really need to get some poisons. Hmm.
I really need to get some poison.
You just go out in the street and start singing. I'm just saying.
Well, if you
This
want to
whole-
go, if you want
We
to,
should follow them.
if you want to do that, we can just go out and do that.
We could
We could
probably have
follow
this
them,
whole
too.
fight over with before he finishes his set.
I don't
We
know
could.
if we need to go out and sing, but we should go out and see if they're hanging around outside.
All right, let's go do that.
Okay.
The Kuthos, if you want to stay here and stay out of trouble.
Oh,
We-
well, no, I think I'll go with you. Because if there's going to be a fight, I definitely will want to help.
See? He likes getting in trouble too.
Well, no,
Oh,
it's just I've never fought anyone from Strathsummon's Run before, and they might find it interesting.
Oh, right.
Works for me.
I
All
mean,
right. All right, so we go out there.
Wait, come back and tell us what was said? I missed that part. Did you tell us?
Yes. I come back to the table and I fill you all in.
Okay.
And I remind you that I will A, not be sleeping with him, but B, will buy his wine.
Okay. And as we walk out, I'll make we'll be back momentarily, don't worry, we're coming back kind of motion. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You walk outside. Darkness has fallen completely, and a light snow is drifting down.
Probably.
You see a few people on the street hurrying from one place to another, all hunched over, bundled up. Make all of you a perception check. Sakuthos says,
The snow is so pretty.
It is.
Mine's a 23.
25.
Ooh, nice.
Perception, right?
Yep.
30.
23.
Wow.
I got a natural 18.
Woo!
Well, Sakuthos sees the snow because he got a 10.
Aw.
But the rest of you, you kind of just hang out, talking to each other, but kind of surreptitiously looking around. And you manage to spot shadows, human-shaped shadows, around the corners of buildings on either side of the inn. And Tasha, you spot the female peering over the crest of the roof of the building directly behind the inn. It's clear they're laying in wait.
Planning an ambush.
And clearly they expect him to exit out the back of the inn.
Anyone want to sing a song right now?
Yep.
Or you can send me out to scout.
Both of those. I'll start singing.
You go ahead and scout. And I will start playing the song on my lute.
I fade into the darkness.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, make a stealth check if you would, please.
Okay, that would be a 22.
Okay. They hear the music clearly because you see quick head turns. And Tasha, you see the woman raise her head just a little bit. And then you see her go. And lower it back down.
I'm taking aim at the one on the roof. But I'm not letting go yet.
All right, she's from where you're at this point, she's going to be very hard to hit. She basically has full cover. There's like the top, like from the bridge of her nose to the top of her head sticking up over the peak in the building, and that's it.
Yeah. You should take
Okay.
out the shadows first.
All right. Well, is there a way that I can sneak up where she is? Or to a place where I would have a better angle on her?
You would have to sneak past a couple of them and get behind her.
Okay.
But then that puts you all by yourself on the other side of the group from
recommend
your
that.
allies.
Okay.
However, Gwenlauren, make a perception check.
Um, 23.
As you're concealed and kind of looking around, your eyes light on the inn. And you think there might be a way for you to get up on the inn's roof without being seen. It will be difficult, but it's not impossible.
I head for the inn.
Okay. Then I'm going to need you to make another stealth check and an athletics check.
Okay. Okay, so stealth is a 21.
Okay.
Nice. And athletics check is 26.
Very nice. You manage to shimmy up one of the posts at the edge of sort of the porch in front of the entrance, hop up on the roof, and slowly make your way up to the peak where there is a large chimney that is warm. So it's not an unpleasant place to be. And as you sort of move and peek around the chimney, you can see her laying on the roof. It will still be a shot at disadvantage because she's prone,
Okay.
but it's just disadvantage. There would be no other penalties. You know it's much harder to hit a prone target.
Right. Well, I'm going to use my Dread Ambusher attack, and that gives me extra movement speed and an additional attack.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to fill her with arrows.
All right.
So I'll go with my longbow.
Okay.
Cool. Metagaming pigeon, no killing, right? I mean, obviously I can't.
No killing?
Right, we're not allowed to kill her, right?
Okay.
Well,
Right? I mean-
that's not what he said.
No, that is not what he said.
Okay. My mistake. Shoot her full of arrows.
It's just more paperwork when you kill them.
Right.
Got it.
Okay. So that's a 27 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
Let's see. And that does 13 points of damage.
All right.
Followed by a 29 to hit.
Which will also hit.
That also does. Did I say 13 points of damage?
Yes.
Yes, so that one also does 13 points of damage.
All right.
You know, if she doesn't come down off the thing and doesn't make a noise, no one will know she's dead.
The rest of you on the ground hear two twangs of a bowstring you recognize. And then you hear a strangled cry of pain from the roof behind the inn. And you hear, "Ah! We're attacked!" And I need everybody to roll an ish.
Yay.
Oh, Jesus, Pete! A 4? 4 plus 4 is 8.
18 for me.
17, miraculously.
26.
All right, let me see what Sakuthos got. All right. Excuse me. All right, Gwenlauren.
I'm gonna do that some more.
All right.
All right, that is a 29 to hit.
Now, are you rolling with disadvantage for these?
No.
That you need to do because she's still prone.
Okay. So that's a 23.
That will still hit.
Cool. And that's 11 points of damage.
Okay. All right. Next up are the mercenaries that she's got with her. So let's see. They're going to need to. Nope. 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 Yes. No. And no. So they all kind of step out and they're all looking around, and one of them goes, "By the chimney!" and fires his heavy crossbow. Will a 21 hit you, Gwenlauren?
My armor class is 16, so
Yep.
seems like that's a yes.
For 11 points of damage.
Bummer.
It sinks right through your left thigh.
Ow.
Yeah. And now all the rest of them are peering, trying to spot you.
Remember that I'm very, very hard to see.
Yep.
They'll have disadvantage on any attempt to perceive me.
Okay. Tasha, you're up next.
I will. Can I see the shadows well enough
Yeah.
to shoot them?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Because they stepped out from the corners,
All right.
and they're making lots of jerking head motion and shoulder motion as they're looking around trying to find who's attacking.
All right. I'll shoot one of them with my crossbow.
All right. Which one? You got 6 to choose from. The one that just shot Gwenlauren is number 4.
I can't see where they are.
No, I don't have a battle map for this.
Oh,
We're
okay.
doing this old school, just up
Oh,
here.
okay. Well, number 4 then. And 28.
28 will definitely hit.
Okay. Um, 14 points.
All right. What are you shooting him with?
Crossbow? Why?
Just like light or heavy?
Light.
Okay. You see the arrow take him sort of just off the clavicle in his shoulder, and he's like, ah! And immediately turns to see where that shot came from. Arabelle.
So Gwenlauren went up. How
Mhm.
far is she from us?
Let me figure that out. Probably about 80 feet.
And is that tall?
Pardon?
the inn is a big building?
It's a single-story building, but it's a peak roof. Kind of peaked front to back, like Gwenlaren went up and is shooting sort of over this way.
Okay. And then everybody's up on roofs, or some of her
Everybody's
down?
on the ground except for their leader.
Okay.
But you can only, at the moment, see 4 of her folks. You figure probably the other 2 are on the other side of the building. So they're probably moving around.
Okay. I am going to cast Aura of Vitality, which is a duration concentration spell.
All right.
It's a healing spell, but I'm not going to use the bonus action at this point because nobody needs to be healed that's close enough. But I want to have it up.
Okay.
So I cast that.
All
and
right.
That's it.
Let's see. It is Sakuthos' turn. All right, he growls out the words to a spell. Ooh, good roll. And pegs the first one number 1 with this kind of jaundiced yellow ray, and you see as it strikes the individual, he kind of slumps, and his movements are a little sluggish now. Sakuthos is like, "Ha! I got you!" And that's it. Zorith. And you're muted.
Zorith says she kind of hyper whispers out, "Are we doing this? Are we killing them? What are we doing? Is it death or is it what?"
That depends on them.
How close are the 4 standing together?
They were separated out around building corners, so they're all probably between 10 and 20 feet from each other.
Oh. All right. Just making sure. Just chicken. I'm gonna do magic missile at. I'm gonna do magic missile at. Let's do 3rd level.
Okay.
And I can never remember how many. No, what did I say?
Magic missile, 3rd level.
Why did I choose burning hands? Magic missile. 3 glowing darts.
So at 3rd level, it would be 5.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna suck because it's.
And who are you shooting at?
How many can I see from where I'm at?
4 and the one on the roof.
I can see the one on the roof?
You can see her head. She's starting to stand up, or at least get up on her knees.
I want all of them to go into her.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Two, three, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 12. 12 points of damage.
Nice. And she staggers back and kind of falls backwards, and you hear the sound of sliding and then a thump.
Oh, shit. Now I've just taken her off the roof, so now Gwen can't get to her. God dang it.
So she fell off the roof?
Yeah. She was struggling to get up on her like a foot and a knee, and Zorith slammed 5 magic missiles into her chest, and she fell backwards and slid off the roof.
So did she fall toward me or away from me?
Away from you. She's now completely obscured from your point of view by the building.
I hissed.
She slid off the back of the building.
That's hilarious.
And then I'm going to meta magic.
Okay.
Quicken. I forgot I got an extra one.
Let us all be frightened by her.
No.
I'm just celebrating.
No. I'm gonna do magic missile at 4th level. So that would be 5. So that'd be 6. So I'm gonna pick 2 guys and put 3 in each of them.
Okay. There's one that has been wounded already, and then there's the one that Sekuthos did whatever he did to. And there are 2 that have not sustained any injuries.
We'll go for the 2 that have already been hit.
All right.
So what did I say? 3 and 3? 3 and 3. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Those are really good. I got 10 for one of them, and 10 for the other one. Different addings. 4, 4, and 2, and 4, 3, 3.
All right. Well, you see the missiles fly out, bum, on 2 of them, and they kind of stagger backwards.
Okay. Okay. That's it. I'm done.
All right. And you see... well, actually... Let's find out. Yeah. You see... actually more here than see, because she's wearing plate armor. So she's not exactly quiet. But you see the woman round the back of the building, heavy crossbow out, sights Zorith, does a 17
Of course,
hit.
see. What was it? Of course it hits.
Does a 17 hit.
Of course it hits. It's a
Okay.
15.
All right. For
You didn't even have to check.
6 points of damage.
Aw.
Caught you.
Now can I see her?
Caught you in the calf. Make a perception check.
Caught me in the calf.
She is
Wow.
still 21. Barely. She is. She has partial cover at the moment because she's coming up along the right-hand side of the building. You're up here, looking down this way, so she's partially obscured by the side of the building from your point of view.
Okay.
But you're welcome to do whatever you'd like, because it's your turn.
I know I have something that makes it so that people who are partial cover don't have coverage.
Nice.
That is, though.
I will help you look for it if that is okay.
Sure.
Hmm.
Attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage
Right.
on ranged weapon attacks, and ranged weapon attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
Sharpshooter.
Yep.
Way to go.
Oh, there you go. Well then, it's just a regular shot for you.
All right. Does that mean I shouldn't have had disadvantage before?
Did it say that it nullified full cover?
No.
Okay, then you would have had disadvantage before.
Okay. 29 to hit.
29 will definitely hit.
Let's see. That is 14 points of damage.
There's also an extra super special thing about that. Before you make an attack with a ranged weapon that you're proficient with, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll, which would have made it 24, to add 10 to the attack's damage. That's
I
super
have to do
cool.
it before though. But yeah, I'll do that next time.
That's super cool, girl. Wait.
All right. She is looking bloodied. Now, you can see, even in the shadow, there are parts of her armor that are darker than the rest of it. All right. At this point, the mercenaries go. Let's see here. All right. So the first one moves out toward Tasha, and swings his mace. Does a 13 hit, Tasha? You are muted.
Nope.
All right.
My armor class is 15, Holmes.
All right. The second one attempts to shoot Gwenlauren. Oh, bounces off the chimney.
I'm hard to see.
Oh, that's right. They have disadvantage, huh?
Yep.
Damn, girl.
The third one goes quite wide. Ooh. Ho, 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 ho. Wow. Extremes. I rolled a 20 and a 1.
Darn for them.
Yep.
Gosh darn it.
And then,
That mean they stabbed themselves?
no.
It should.
Right.
Um, Tasha,
Yes.
you take 14 points of damage as a heavy crossbow bolt slams into your side, your right side, and you look over and see 2 more have come around the front.
I see.
And the other one is firing at Zorith and misses cleanly.
Nice.
All right, Tasha.
None of you have died yet. Leave now and we will let you live.
Make an intimidation check.
18.
You hear a voice say, "Don't listen to her. We can take them." And you see a couple of them were like wavering for a second, and then they turn back. Rah.
Very well. There we go. I cast Shatter on number 4.
Okay.
It's a con save. Con 16.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, so he saved.
Yep.
So does it get half?
You would have to look in the spell description.
I'm looking.
Yes.
Okay. So 3. 9 points of damage.
All right. He's not looking too good either. Even with making that save, he looks hurt. Arabelle.
Is there anyone I could get to in melee?
Yeah. There's one of them that rushed up to try to swing at Tasha.
I'll attack.
It's the one that Sakuthos hit with that beam.
I take no pleasure in this. You should have run. I'm to hit him. Twice.
This displeases me as I kick your face in.
22 to hit.
That will hit.
That is 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then, ooh, so close. 19, 27 to hit.
That will also hit.
For another 8 points.
All right. He now looks not great.
Is only Gwenlaren taking damage?
No, Gwenlaren's taking damage, Zorth is taking damage, Tasha's taking damage.
Okay.
Mine was little.
I'll heal with my Aura of Vitality. Bonus action heal. Tasha
Mm-hmm.
is 2d6 plus 5. So Jeff, if you'll roll against me, 2d6.
Mm-hmm. I rolled a total of 5. Not great.
So did I. So you get 10 points back. And
Okay. Thank
That's-
you. That
that's
helps.
cool because I don't have to cast every time.
All right, so Sekuthos says,
I'm glad you didn't run.
Ooh.
Feisty.
and hurls that crackling silver and cyan bolt of energy at the woman and hits her with it for a whopping 2 points of damage. But you notice that the bolt streaming from his hand and connecting with her doesn't go away.
Oh.
Zorith.
So everybody's looking pretty not good. Now I can see her, right? Because she shot at me.
Yes. And Sekuthos just lit her up.
I'm gonna Ray of Sickness her.
Okay.
Say, you really should be careful who you lie in wait for. And at first level. So, well, actually, I lied. At second level.
Oh, wait a second. I just realized that I did Sekuthos' spell wrong.
Oh, okay.
She's down.
Oh,
I forgot that when he casts that spell, it's cast as a 5th level spell, so I only rolled 1 of 5d12
oh,
for damage.
shit. I can see
So-
her fall, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he
Uh-oh.
throws that and it slams into her and she cries out and just crumples backwards.
And I go, uh-oh, looks like you don't have a leader. What are you gonna do? And then I'll do magic missile.
Okay.
And then I'll do magic missile so it hits every single one of them, whatever that is. Third level.
It would be 4th level because you'd need 6. But are you trying persuasion or intimidation?
I don't know.
I thought she was just trash
Probably
talking.
persuasion, because I'm not really intimidating.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, baby, come on. 17 plus 4, 21.
All right.
It was great.
You see 2 of them turn tail and run.
Okay.
The other 4 drop their weapons, drop to their knees, and put their hands behind their heads.
And I say,
Wow.
dang it! And then I was like, I guess we can spare the dying. And I walk over with my hands like out, like I'm gonna like do a sketchy, scary spell thing as I go over and like kind of corral the 4.
Okay.
I hold out one hand. Don't even try it.
You're gonna save her?
I don't know. I can't do spare the dying, but that's what I was saying. I don't know.
We want her alive.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to kill them.
I'd rather not kill them.
Yeah, that makes more hassle for us.
Right?
Assuming she had
I'd like
death
to leave
saving.
tomorrow.
Yeah, assuming she had death saving throws and is not dead, I will cast Spare the Dying on her.
Okay. No, she made her first death save.
Okay. So that brings her to 1 hit point?
Mm-hmm.
And I will leave her at 1 hit point.
Okay.
Has anybody been pulled from around? I mean, I'm assuming we're making noises and we're. Do we have anybody watching us? Can I tell them to go get the cops?
It's
Yeah,
been a
correct.
total of about 20 seconds.
I'm going to use the next rounds to heal everybody.
Okay.
It's for a minute, so I should have enough to heal everybody to full.
All right.
Mine was only 6, so probably.
Yeah, it's 2d6 plus 5, so you get all of yours back.
So
Yeah.
you do within a couple minutes see several guards running towards where you are, and they kind of pull up short. They see the woman on the ground, they see the 4 kneeling with their hands behind their heads, and they see this group of 4 women and a gnome.
I was gonna say I'm gonna get out my
guarding
crossbow and
them.
just kind of hold it.
And they're like, right, somebody want to explain what's going on here?
It's simple. These people were, I believe, going to kill the bard who's playing inside.
They're assassins who were lying in wait.
And we are officers in the Aecathan army and did our duty to detain them.
Well, I'm not. But I was along to help.
Because
The 3 of us.
these are my friends. Right. You got proof you're in the army.
They're from Strathman's Run, and they were laying in wait to attack.
And you see one of the other guards walk over and whisper something in the ear of the guard that's talking and goes, "Oh. Right now, Decagnan's in there, isn't he?"
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't like his song.
They got him to perform the Zagrin song, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, this lot wouldn't like that at all.
I lean in and I say, it is rather catchy.
I haven't heard it, I've just heard about it.
Would
I
it be
start to
wrong
hum it.
start singing it now?
Make a performance check.
Kick it with the down.
Guidance.
Oh!
Let's
So what is that, an extra D4?
Yeah. Why not?
an extra D4. Okay.
Well, it can only be for one of them.
Oh, I did it on story. That's what I heard.
Okay.
Say.
Oh, okay, no problem. So, that's a 19 for me.
16 plus 4 plus 4, 24.
Nice.
All right. Gwen Lauren, along with that, make a history check.
It's only a 13.
She's getting a lot of the words wrong. But The basic idea is coming through, and a couple of the other guards are like. Tosh is going, that's not how the song goes. That's definitely not how the song goes.
But is she strumming along? That's what I need to know.
Well, she didn't have her lute out. She had her, weapons out. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm humming. You're singing the words.
But I show my second lieutenant or first lieutenant.
Yeah.
I can't remember. First lieutenant insignia.
Okay. And
The slaughter under me.
All right.
You might want to heal that one. She definitely was.
She was the ringleader.
Yeah.
Oh. All
You know who she is?
Let's find out. Oh. The guard you've been talking to walks over, looks at her and goes, Balmos's beard. That's Thalesia Graydon.
Thalesia
Do I know who that is?
Yeah, now that you hear the name, it goes click. She's one of Zagran's sort of illegitimate cousins.
Oh my goodness.
Well, now I know exactly why she didn't like that song. Talking about a kin, it was. Wonder if he's true.
Hashtag bards be like that. Okay, sorry.
I didn't give. I just said that we were officers. I never said Tasha's name out loud, though.
Okay. So, are you taking custody of them then?
Oh no. This is
Too much paperwork.
Oh, all right. We can stick them in lockup until the magistrate gets here.
All right.
All right, come on, you lot. Go get a stretcher for that one, and rope. I'm gonna put her on the stretcher, but we're gonna tie her to it.
And with that, we go back inside.
Wait, so are you staying here? In case we've got questions in the morning.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We are staying here.
But just until the morning. Then we have orders to head out elsewhere.
Oh, all right. Well, if we need anything, we'll come by nice and early, so we won't hold you up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Not at all. It's clear he has little practice saluting.
I have even less.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so
okay.
you head back inside. Your last shot of them is people loading Thalesia on a stretcher and then tying her to the stretcher. And they're marching the 4 remaining mercenaries.
Oh, there were 2 more.
There were 2 that got away. Just so you know.
Well, I doubt they'll be causing any more trouble tonight, since we've got their friends here. So, but we'll keep an eye out.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we go back inside.
Crap,
Alright.
now we gotta figure out how to deal with what's his nut.
I order a bottle of wine.
Okay. You get back inside. It looks like no one else has left. I mean, the place is still packed. Reynard is still up there playing, and he kind of sees you walk back in and kind of gives you the...
Is our table still open?
Yeah.
And I go,
Oh, Lord.
But we hadn't finished our drinks. They were still at the table. So I
Right.
sit down. I drink a drink. And actually, I go and get another round for us.
Is it a whiskey drink? Is it a lager drink? Is it
I'm gonna get whiskey. Well, for everybody except for
Arabelle.
Yeah.
Shots.
So
Who worked up an appetite? Anybody want to
shots.
get a bloomin' onion? Some wings.
I could certainly go for some of those potatoes.
Food,
Let's
yeah.
do it.
You got cake or anything?
Some dessert.
Let's go up to the thing and be like, "What do you got? We're gonna order some things. We need a little
Pie.
nosh. We're kind of
Do
hungry."
you have pie?
yes,
No. We really just have what we serve for dinner, but potatoes. I can make you more potatoes. That's no problem.
okay, more potatoes,
Sounds
please.
good.
For everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, are they mashed? What kind of potatoes are they?
No, they're fried potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh, with some onion. Mm.
Onion
thumbs up on that.
and garlic and a little bit of like maybe leek.
Oh.
Yeah.
Woo.
Ate dinner way too early. That sounds so good.
I know.
Maybe a little bit of truffle oil. I say
Stop
for the people who are in
it.
Colorado.
Woo.
Oh, stop.
You remember the fries?
Yes, I
Yep.
remember the truffle fries. Yes, they were good.
All right. Well, few minutes. He calls your number.
I go and get everything.
Well, you're gonna need help because it's just plates.
I'll help
I'll
her.
help.
Do you
So-
not understand that I can just stack plates on my arm?
Well, you can. We don't know if Tasha can.
Performance check.
With the dex she has, she surely can.
Tasha had to like make her way across the continent when she escaped. I'm sure she picked up little waitressing jobs.
Well,
It might
but
have even worked.
she got help anyway because she has friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
as you settle down to listen to the rest of Reynard's performance for the evening, with some
Impending doom.
halfway decent whiskey and some very good fried potatoes, that's where we're going to stop tonight. And we'll pick up with you fending off the amorous advances of the halfling bard, followed by your departure in the morning, when we do this next time.
I'm in.
To be honest, all four of us have experiencing fending off the affections of a halfling bard.
Like you do.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Remember, we'll be back on next Tuesday, same time, same place, and tomorrow is going to be week 2 of the Vigilante Training Academy with our first student, who did actually pretty well last week.
Who did really well for only playing like 2 or 3 days?
Yeah.
Like amazingly well.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to watch it.
Yeah, he's a complete MMO noob and a City of Heroes noob, but decided he wanted to learn, and like I said, he's our first
There
student.
you shall.
I don't know
How
what to do.
cool.
Yeah.
So, have a great rest of your week. Stay safe, stay sane, and we'll see you next Tuesday night when we can once again welcome you back to the lands of Aecathan. Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.